at Richard right there. I shot with Richard all day today. He shot 10 up today. Fantastic score. He shot solid, played smart. We talked about the strategy through the day. You know, he got a couple of targets. He wanted to get aggressive. I said, man, just don't give anything back. You're in good shape. And when we got down to the final target, if he hit the target, he was going to be in the shoot down. So that's a great place to be. So good for Richard.
Yeah, he said yesterday before the thunderstorm came, he was shooting great. Then the storm came, and then he said he dug himself a hole, so he had to dig out of it today.
I'm very familiar with that story. I did the same thing. So here we go. Good look at Kevin right there.
Kevin Koch, his name is pronounced.
Yep.
Everyone should know.
He's a rookie senior as well. Good strong shot there from Kevin. So this will be interesting. We're 11 points from top to bottom here. First and second are 6 up. Third and fourth are 3 up, so this should be a great shoot down.
Absolutely. There's a look at Art Brown, and here's his shot right here. Art at the javelina. That's the shortest target out there. Just missed it.
Yeah, he's got a good 10, so he didn't lose anything there. These guys, it'll take them an arrow or two to get calibrated maybe.
This is going to be Richard Leftwich.
Starts off strong with a dozen. Helping his cause right there.
Into 418. Kevin Koch. See that one. 10.
So Richard's going to take an outright lead after the first arrow.
We come to Art.
We had solid look.
Oh, yeah.
We got to look at that. Good solid 10.
It's going to move Art to 413.
Darren Collins had to manhandle that longest target. That Blesbach was his first arrow, so let's see how he did there. He'll be glad to get that one out of the way.
Darren Collins said he didn't shoot good enough to be here, so he's glad to be here.
He did shoot good enough to be here then.
He said almost nothing went his way, and yet he found a way into the finals. So he shoots a 10 on that longest target, Blesbach.
And Joel starting on that Wolverine. That's a tricky little target.
Yeah.
He got a 10 as well. Very good.
Right.
So Richard takes an outright lead there. Not a whole lot of changes, but he'll be glad to have that 2-point lead.
Everybody shifts to the right.
See all these old guys putting their glasses on to set their sight. I can joke about it. I can joke about it because I have to do the same thing, or look through my binoculars upside down
to check your sight.
The struggle is real. Everybody laughs and says, "Oh, 50's not that bad." Let me tell you something.
The wheels come off the cart at about 49.5.
I think it was 42 for me. Another good look at Kevin there. He shifted over to, he's going to shoot the javelina now, I believe. He's on the shortest target, so here's a chance for him to go after a bonus ring pretty aggressively, I'd say.
Art's calling upper on the Blesbach.
Probably a good plan. Most likely those longer targets, you'd have a tendency to underjudge it a little bit, so he's going to give himself some room to fall without damage. This upper 12's really changed this game. We used to just shoot low 12s only, and you had to get in the low 12 to get the bonus ring. Now you have that option. So some guys have really figured out, guys and gals have figured out that upper 12 game, and it's really changed the scores.
Right, so if their number is soft, aiming for the upper, it's a 10, which is basically par, versus some of those lower 12s, you can get into an 8 real quick. There's Joel Threadgill. Joel said he took a lot of years off to raise his 2 kids. He's got one boy who likes to race motorcycles and one who's into baseball.
I think he went 14 hunting maybe.
And he got it.
Sure did.
Good for him.
Good for Joel.
It's going to be a 419.
He was 11 points behind the leaders coming in, but man, if you can get him back 4 at a time there, that's he can make a move. That's Richard's arrow.
All right, look at that. So this is where we always talk about, Darren, the line
soft
pulling.
Foam, yep. You can see how it stretches there. That's a good look how it's distorted that. It's not round anymore.
Yep.
The arrow still has to touch it, though, or it won't count. I think that's wide. Nope, he got the 10.
Gave it to him. 410 for Richard. He didn't give anything back.
I'm looking at it on a big flat screen TV, so they obviously had a much better look than I did.
Javelina, that's obvious.
Kevin smashed that 12 right there. We said that's the shortest target and be a good chance for him to get aggressive, and he did.
And now that's going to move him back to a tie.
I got a quick glimpse of Art's arrow. He did call upper, so he was aiming at the high side of the 10 on this Blesbach, and I believe his arrow fell quite a bit if I saw what I think I saw. Let's see here in just a second what it looks like.
Whoa.
He went way low. He may have misset his sight.
Misset sight?
Yeah, he may have. That's a big miss if he didn't misset his sight.
Yeah.
He's still laughing about it.
I don't know. I've misjudged that bad before. But
I have too.
I'm nowhere on Art's level, so let's be clear about that.
So Darren Collins got a 10 on that little
10.
Wolverine.
Okay.
Kevin's 12 tied him back up with Richard. So
Joel Threadgill moved up a spot.
He sure did. He's in third right now.
Well, Darren Collins will be scored. That'll move up to 423.
Gotcha. My bad.
They'll catch that up there in a second.
So Joel will move up to fourth. You're correct. I jumped the gun there a little bit. So Richard's probably still leading on bonus rings, but they are tied for score. Darren Collins is in third at 23. Yep. Joel Threadgill 419. Art Brown's in fifth right now with that 5 with a 418. So now Darren Collins is down there on that links, which a couple of people have 14, so he's got a decision to make now. It's not easy. My pin doesn't set as steady when I'm aiming at a 14 because there's that risk reward. If you make a little bobble, you could get an 8 or a 5 really easy.
Kevin Koch calling for the upper.
He's on that long Blesbach now. Good look at Kevin there. You need to get through this target with at least a 10. Kevin's a great indoor shooter too. He shoots some big, he shoots some nice indoor rounds.
Here's Darren. It looked like real close to the lower. Richard Leftwich.
Good look at Richard. He got a 10, I believe. Art still hasn't come to full draw yet. Now he is.
That last one probably shook him a little bit.
He'll probably aim pretty aggressive now with that 5. He's liable to 12 this Wolverine here. Pretty good looking arrow.
Close, yeah. It's hard to tell.
Pretty good looking arrow.
All right, Darren Collins should be up first on the Bobcat. Oh.
A 10.
Takes a 10, all right. 433 for him.
10s are always good. So this is Joel Threadgill. He shot a 14 on the links on the last target. Looks like he was gunning hard at that 12. Don might be getting the light and the glasses out.
Yeah, that's another line puller.
Yeah, it looks a little wide to me. It's got to be an 8, I'm guessing. Nope.
10.
I'm obviously blind. I apologize. I'm 0 for 2.
429 for Joel. We should say Don Bailey, he calls them all, so if one's in, they're all in.
10 for Richard. He didn't give anything up. And then Kevin was on the long Blesbach. Let's see what he did there here in a second. If he shoots a 10, he'll still be tied for the lead with Richard.
Joel's looking hard down there. That looks like a 10.
It is.
All right.
We still have a tie for first. And now
we come to Art.
It's a pretty good looking arrow. I can't tell if it's got the ring. Nope, right in the middle of the 10.
428.
So nobody lost anything there, just pars for everybody. Getting ready for arrow number 4. Now Richard's on the long target. He needs to get through this with at least a 10.
So right there, Kevin on the umbrella. He's got Danny Evans, who's a good shooter in men's open pro. That's a good guy to have behind you.
Yeah, Danny's been a very successful 3D archer for a lot of years.
He had a good run yesterday, and Things fell apart, it seemed like.
I think he hit the first 4 yesterday when we started, and then that thunderstorm messed up a lot of people's days, including mine.
Yeah, we should let people know they actually pulled archers off the range for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, we sat in a barn and watched the storm blow through, and then went back out and shot with the lights off. It was so dark out there. It was tough. Kevin's going to turn his light on. Yeah, good look at Richard there.
That looks low left.
Kevin kind of settling in, see him getting all settled in there. Good strong shot, nice steady pressure.
That's close.
Looks pretty good.
Can't see with that shadow, but it's in the right area.
He's shaking his head yes. I think he likes it.
Here's a good look at
Collins.
Darren.
Old southpaw. Good 10 on that aoudad for him.
All right, Art Brown.
Took an 8, I believe they said.
It's going to be a 436. This is Darren with a 10. 443. Did he call upper?
I don't know. We may have.
Someone called upper, I know that.
I think this is our 4th arrow. We've got one more for regulation.
He did.
He did call it.
All right.
He's judging well. He's hit a couple of rings.
Moves him to 441.
Richard looks low on that Blesbach from that camera angle.
It's the longest target. 5.
Oh no, that's tough.
That's him to 442. All of a sudden, Joel Threadgill's within 1 point of Richard Leftwich.
Yeah.
Kevin's going to be the leader.
If Kevin shot a 12 here and Richard shot a 5, that's huge. That's a 7-point swing.
Oh man, he split the 2. Look at that, right between the 10 and that center one doesn't count.
Right.
That's just a 10.
Look. Good camera look right there. I'm going to guess again and say that's just high. Let's see if I can go 0 for 3. I'm going to call that a 10 from what I saw right there.
There you go.
There we go. All right.
You're bound to get it.
Yeah, if I guess enough times, I'll get one right, and I finally did. So what do we got
now?
But
in any event, now Kevin Koch takes outright lead.
Yes, he's got a 5-point lead over Darren Collins and Richard Leftwich now. That's huge.
Joel Threadgill. I mean, he came in 5th place. He was back 11 points.
Yeah, Joel's got a chance to get on the podium here. So this is arrow number 5. Anybody within 10 points of the leader, which is now Kevin Koch, after this arrow will get to shoot a 6th and final arrow.
Which right now is everybody except Art.
Yeah. So Art's going to need a bonus ring if he wants to shoot the 6th arrow. And I believe he's on the aoudad. Kevin's going over to the lynx, which is not a long target. He's got to feel pretty good about that. A 5-point lead and on the second shortest target. Looks like he may have 12'd it. Good look at Darren Collins. Darren's a fantastic hunter.
Yes, he is. That's his favorite thing to do. That looked like a good 10.
I believe he's done the Super Slam a time or two, maybe.
He's got a
good look at Art Brown. He needs a bonus ring here to ensure he'll get a chance at that 6th arrow.
This is the aoudad he's shooting at.
He went for the 14, I believe.
I think he's just left. He's inside
He's
that
in
core line.
Yeah, he's in the very corner of that core.
The 14's just a little above that. There's a replay there of Richard Leftwich.
Yeah.
Martin shooter.
Richard's finishing up on that Wolverine, which is never easy.
All right, Kevin Koch.
I got just a
leader.
quick look at that, and I thought he 12'd it.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Solid.
Wow.
Kevin's doing well.
454. Or excuse me, he had a 12. I'm sorry. 460. Got an 8.
So Art will not be in the final arrow. That'll put him, what, 44? 50? No, 44.
44, yeah.
44, so he's 16 behind Kevin right now.
This is Darren. This is a 10. 453.
Darren will be within 7 of Kevin.
Let's see what Joel was able to do here.
Joel finished on that long Blesbach, I believe.
Boy, they're looking.
Pretty good looking arrow. Shuffling cards, just low.
Go to the 8.
Pretty good showing
449.
So he'll be 11 points. He's going to miss the final arrow too. Kevin hitting that 12 got a couple of guys out of his way.
That helped him. For Richard, 452.
Kevin Koch's got to be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I believe he's got a 7-point lead, 6-point lead.
All right, sorry. My math was wrong. The scoreboard is right. 453 for Richard.
So we got Kevin at 460, Darren and Richard at 453. So Kevin has a 7-point lead over those two guys.
Now we go to the deer.
Darren and Richard have ensured themselves a podium spot.
All right, so yes, we're going to have Kevin Koch's our leader. Richard Leftwich and Darren Collins tied for second, 453. And that's going to be our shooters. Joel Threadgill and Art Brown, they are eliminated because they are not within 10.
Joel's going to finish in 4th with a 449, and Art Brown's going to be 5th with a 444.
So they just pick a random spot for this deer. Out in the field, they just pound the stakes in, and Mike Tyrell's going to pick a spot for him to shoot from. Actually, looks like Don Bailey's walking around. There he goes. He's a couple yards in front of the shooting stake.
Yeah. I'd say the 14 rings in play right here for these guys. They're going to have to try to do something to put some pressure on Kevin, but I don't know if a 14 will even do it with a 7-point lead right now. Just some quick math in my head. If they happen to hit a 14, I think Kevin would still just need an 8 to win.
An 8. You are correct.
That's a good position to be in. I don't know that Kevin, I don't know if this is his first shoot down.
It is as a senior.
It is as a senior, okay.
He was in Open Pro last year.
I don't know if Kevin's got any 3D wins on his resume.
He was ASA Rookie of the Year at one point. That was all he listed as his highlights.
If he happens to win, maybe we'll ask him about that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I remember following him on the Open Pro range last year. He just moved up, hit the magic 5-0.
Kevin's from Illinois. Darren Collins is from Kansas, and Richard Leftwich is from Virginia. So pretty good demographic of shooters coming from all over the country here to participate.
That's what's great about ASA. I know there were a couple folks here from Colorado this weekend. Of course, the South is well covered. Northeast, Michigan, PA, New York.
Good look at Kevin Koch there. He's the leader. Looks like Darren Collins is going to be up first. Him and Richard are tied. I know Richard has more bonus rings, so Richard Leftwich is going to be shooting after Darren Collins.
Good look at Darren there. Checking his sights. Going to see if his number was right on or not. He listed as his highlight watching his son win 2 ASA Classics.
Nice, very nice. My guess here if these guys did the math, even if they shoot a 14, Kevin just has to shoot an 8. That's a pretty easy task for Kevin, I would say. So I'm guessing Darren's going to bear down, try to shoot a 12 here to try to take second place.
Shooting at that big deer. Oh,
he went for that 14.
He did.
So he'll be content with third if Richard can. Well, Richard just needs to 5, but he'll take second with the bonus ring count. If Richard wants to try to put any pressure at all on Kevin, he'll probably do the same thing.
Eight or better, and Richard can claim, well, 5 with the bonus rings. So
yeah, if he
can do anything.
If he hits the target, he can guarantee himself second place. And I don't think the distance is too terrible, even though this would be, you know, probably one of the highest pressure shots Kevin's ever had. I think he'll handle it with ease.
He asked Richard if he was ready, and Richard said, "I never know what I'm doing."
Good look at the target over the shoulder there.
Yeah.
Let's see what Richard does here. 14 would at least get the crowd going right here.
That's a great shot.
That is. Doesn't look that far there. It's actually a lot farther than what it looks like in that shot.
It is. Oh,
he 12'd it.
Boom, right in the middle.
Smashed it.
Great shot from Richard.
So that'll put him at 65.
65, yep.
Kevin still needs that 8 to win.
Yeah, because again, bonus rings. Richard is the leader there.
Yeah, if Kevin were to shoot a 5, bonus rings won't break the tie. We'll go to another arrow. So Kevin just needs to shoot center mass here, and he'll be your champion. Be first time winner for Kevin. I'm anxious to see if he can do this. I think he'll do it easily.
Set over the shoulder look again.
Settling in there, pulling nice steady pressure.
He does not look as nervous as I would feel.
He 12'd it.
How about that?
Exclamation point. Good for Kevin.
Great shot from Kevin. Here comes Don Bailey to make it official. And there it is. 12 for Kevin Koch. Great win for him.
We'll get him
Folks
over
cheering.
here.
Yeah, we'll talk to Kevin about that big win.
Obviously, it hasn't sunk in yet, I doubt. He's got to be super happy, I would think. And we'll get his initial thoughts on that. We'll see.
Here comes Kevin. Everybody wants to shake his hand because they all know.
Yeah.
That's a big win.
For sure.
Here comes Kevin to the microphone. There he goes. You got us, Kevin? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can.
Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Kevin, Darren Christenberry here, man. Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
I
Thanks
think
a lot.
we were talking. We think this is your first win on the 3D ranges.
As a pro, yes.
As a pro, yeah. I know we talked that you're a great indoor shooter. I know it probably hasn't sunk in yet, but give us your initial thoughts on winning your first senior pro tournament.
Oh, it's cool as heck. The only thing I wish is I could call my dad on the way home. He passed away 4 years ago, and I guess I'll call my mom. He always relayed what I did. So
nice. Well, congratulations. Let this soak in. Enjoy it, man. Great job.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, great win there for Kevin Koch, first time there. Folks, we are going to come back to the Elite Black Eagle Pro-Am here in Cullman, Alabama with Men's Open Pro next. We'll be right back.
Announcing the new patent-pending Carbo-Flex Stabilizers. A biocomposite blend of carbon and flax. Flax plant yields a natural fiber with very advanced properties. Flax offers 3 times the vibration dampening of glass and 20% more than carbon. Natural composites are up to 15% lower weight than carbon fiber. TrueBall Excel. We make archery better.
If you're punching the clock between punching tags, chances are you know a thing or two about hard work. Because when you put in the time, you better get your money's worth. Boom! A new Hoyt Nitrix. This thing is tough as nails, and at 4.1 pounds, it's lighter than most Chihuahuas. And oh yeah, it also slings in air at 333 feet per second. It never gives an inch. It'll go against anything, Cape buffalo, white-tailed deer, elk, or snapping turtle, it don't matter. You want a bow you can drag through the mud and trust in your tree stand come bow season? This is your freezer filling, tag punching, season saving, all around go-to bow. And only your Hoyt dealers got it. This is the Hoyt Nitrix.
One chance, one moment, one shot.